Benue State Governor Samuel Ortom has said the former Lagos State Governor Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu has started the pursuit of his presidential ambition on a wrong note by saying he will continue from where President Muhammadu Buhari stopped in 2023. Governor Ortom, who made the remark on Thursday while assenting to the amended open grazing prohibition and ranches establishment law 2017, declared that the APC-led federal government under Buhari has failed the people. He spoke on various issues. Regarding the amendment of the ranching law, Ortom said, as a government, we believe in rule of law because without that, there will be anarchy. We all know the history of the Benue Open Grazing Prohibition and Ranches Establishment Law 2017. It came as a child of necessity. Our people were being killed, our people were being maimed, and our children and women were being raped. Our villages were destroyed, the ancestral home of our people that we represent were being destroyed, and the people were sent packing. And today, as I talk to you, we have over 1.5 million who cannot access their ancestral homes. We try to mediate, we try to work with even headers who turned out to be terrorist criminals, who discovered were not Nigerians. They came from Niger, Senegal, Cameroon, Mali, Chad, from Mauritania and Libya. They came here to forcefully take over our land. If they had come seeking our permission to live peacefully with us, we wouldn't have said no. But they came here saying they do not need us, that we must yield to them, and that they must take over because it is their land. This is after they have destroyed Libya, after destroying Mauritania, after they destroyed Chad, Mali, Niger, and they came into Nigeria to take it over. The open grazing thing is a camouflage. The real intention is to take over our land. I met with Benue stakeholders and they said no, and we took a position. What I did by ensuring the enactment of the anti-open grazing law was done on behalf of the people. That was when they decided to look for ways to frustrate, intimidate, blackmail, and malign me. They even went to the extent of attempting to impeach me as governor of the state using 8 lawmakers of the state assembly. But because of the voice of the people is the voice of God, and because I was working with the people, they could not succeed. In all the intimidation and harassment that I suffered, I was not tempted to succumb and withdraw the mandate the people gave me to ensure that the law is in place. On his take for the recent amendment of the electoral law, Governor Ortom said, I want to appreciate the National Assembly for heeding to the advice of the PDP Governors Forum that was held in Port Harcourt in Rivers State, which I was in attendance when we appealed to them not to give the APC-led government the opportunity to truncate the amendment of the electoral law, because there are several other things that must be done, electronic transmission and several other things that should be done. And the issue of primaries for various political parties should not allow the president to decline passing the bill again and pushing it back to the National Assembly. Thank God, and I want to commend the National Assembly, that they all deleted the clause that the president vetoed. And at least we believe that this week or next week, they will be sending it to the president. Let the president sign it. For some of us, whichever way you sign, whether direct or indirect or option A4, anyone you sign, we can contend with the problem in our party and be able to get candidates that can compete with that of the APC. One thing we know is that APC has failed. Go and check the records. When PDP handed over power to APC in 2015, how much was the dollar? 190 naira. Today, dollar is now over 500. When we handed over power in 2015, what was the unemployment rate? When we handed over power, what were the security problems that we had in this country? We used to hear about Borno. We used to hear about suicide bombers outside this country. But it is from 2015 that we started hearing about suicide bombers in Nigeria. The Buhari government has nothing to offer. So far, the National Assembly, to attend to President's request, some of us are ready. And that was why, even when he vetoed the direct primaries, we supported him, and the reason was that we wanted him not to have any excuse. So I want to appreciate the National Assembly for accepting Mr. President's veto and agreeing with the President to allow indirect primaries. And I want to thank them, because this will not give him the excuse to continue to inflict pain on us. Governor Ortom was asked, recently the national leader of the APC, Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, declared his interest to run for president come 2023. What do you have to say about this? He responded, I hear about one of the presidential aspirants who said he would continue from Buhari's good legacies. I want to tell him that if anybody has told me, I want to tell him that Buhari's policies and programs are not good. And anybody who is saying that some of us, in our own little way, will fight him and tell our people to vote against him, so he has failed, I'll be into. How can you continue with insecurity? How can you continue with hard economic policies? Look at our schools. I saw one video clip where Boko Haram raided a boarding school and asked our children to undress. Children to undress and are being naked. If it were your child, how would you feel? These children were stark naked, boys and girls. I saw other clips. Zamfara is taken by bandits. What is your reaction to the high rate of insecurity in the country? Ortom said, we're fast becoming Afghanistan. When I talk about Afghanistan, when they took over their land, I said one day if we don't address this matter, Nigeria will become like Afghanistan. People thought it was a joke. Where are we going now? In Zamfara and other parts of the country, bandits have taken over. They mount roadblocks where police and soldiers cannot go. In Benue State here, more than 100 hard-working security personnel were killed and over 3,000 of our people have been killed, and you want us to be quiet. You want us to continue with those kind of legacies. Me, I will do my best. If it's beyond me, I will accept. But if it's not, I will lead those people who believe in me to stop it. And those who are keeping quiet, especially those who have immunity like me, do not want to say anything. I know that others don't have impunity. I know that if they say yes, they will be arrested and prosecuted. But me, at least, I'm covered by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to say the truth, to ensure justice, fairness, and equity. That is the oath of office that I took, and I remain committed to it. And when I say here, affects other parts of Middle Belt and Nigeria, we must do the right thing. So I want to appeal to those who have the same immunity with me, because it is not a matter of political party. Where we are now, we should not be talking about party, but about how we'll rescue, rebuild, and restore Nigeria. It is not about political party, and I appreciate patriotic people who are in the APC, but they feel that what is going on is not right. I appreciate those of them who are joining hands with us to ensure that we salvage this country. Ortom was asked, if you see President Buhari today, what will you tell him? He responded, since I've been barred from seeing the president, I always speak to the press to tell him until the day he will call me. But I still tell him the truth, and I've always told him the truth. Mr. President, Benue State is not enjoying your government, and that is why even your party members from the APC are all coming into PDP, because they have felt the impact of your government. Even yesterday, I received so many that are going to defect. Even APC members from the House of Assembly and House of Representatives have defected to the PDP because the impact is not felt. The pains are too much. The economy is in bad shape. The security is in bad shape. Everything is in bad shape. All those 419 rice pyramids will not help Nigeria. Do policies that will help us. And the first thing is to chase away all the Muradi Fulani men who are your kinsmen, to stop harassing us so that we can farm and produce enough rice for Nigeria and for Nigerians. How can you explain to me that you pack 5,000 sacks of rice and put them in a pyramid, and you say you have done something? You have not achieved anything. The people are deceiving you, from central bank to all those other people. They are deceit. They are 419. They are telling you lies. So do policies that will help the country. This government has not fought corruption the way we expected it in 2015. All the people they are prosecuting are just perceived enemies. Why is it that you only have 2 Christian governors who have been jailed? How about the other people who stole more than these Christian governors? These are the things that create problems. I don't have any religious issues, but you jail former governor of Plateau, former governor of Taraba, and jail them. Then you allow other governors who have stolen so much and are in your cabinet, and you are telling me that you are fighting corruption. Which corruption are you fighting? This government is not fighting corruption. My take is that let us do the right thing. Let us protect the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Let us ensure equity, fairness, and justice for everybody. Then things will work. Mr. President, all is not well with Nigeria, and you must arise to your responsibility because you are the head. The Bible says, if I will strike the shepherd and the sheep will scatter. Nigerians are scattered. They don't even know what to do. Sycophants and mediocre in your government. Corrupt people that you have put in government are deceiving you. But I'll tell you the truth that all is not well. You need to listen to us, and you need to listen to the voice of the masses who elected you, and that you have been deceived, and we are sorry that we elected you as the president of this country.